Hello, 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 hello. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you very much. I hope everybody's doing well on this fine Monday. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you. Another Monday, another episode of the Niger FC podcast. By hook or by crook, we are here. We are here to discuss a few topics, but of course, the majority of our focus is going to be on the ongoing Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Super Falcons, of course, are through to the quarterfinals. Set up a date with the Copper Queens of Zambia. I'm not going to give you my full match preview on today's podcast. I'm going to post a separate video previewing the games like I always do. But today we're going to talk about the WAFCON, the group stage, how we performed against Algeria, review of the entire group stage, talk about what happened in the other groups, South Africa and Ghana, solid performances today as well. And yeah, we're going to get into a good conversation. It's just paining me because I wanted to place a bet. I woke up this morning and I had a bet South Africa to win at over 2.5, Ghana to win at over 2.5. And something just told me, Ayo, don't risk it, man. Don't risk it. Just watch the games and enjoy. And if I had placed the bets now, I would have been in the green with some money. But it is what it is. Life happens, life goes on. And we're going to talk about it today. I believe I'm expecting that today I should be getting Smith Lai on the show. Um, Let us hope that he actually tunes or joins us today. But I think Smith Lai should be on the show today. Smith Lai should be on the show today. And speaking of my bets that did not happen, if you are like me and you tend to gamble responsibly, oh, don't spend your rent money. If you're like me and you like to gamble responsibly, then I would like to tell you that today's episode is sponsored by OneXBet. OneXBet. So please sign up for OneXBet using the promo code Eagles Tracker to get up to 200% on your first deposit. Sign up for OneXBet using the promo code Eagles Tracker. But please, gamble responsibly. Gamble responsibly. But sign up with OneXBet using the promo code Eagles Tracker. And thank you very much to OneXBet for working with us. So if you're like me and you're a gambling man, use OneXBet. If you're an OG Eagles Tracker follower, you will know of ET Betting, a subsidiary of Eagles Tracker that we used to do in the past. Giving bet slips, betting tips. It's going to come back. It's going to come back now that we have a solid partner at OneXBet. It is going to come back. So please sign up for OneXBet using promo code Eagles Tracker. Place your first deposits, make some money, and of course, full disclosure, we're going to make money as well. That's why using our promo code is very important so that the right attribution can happen. But yes, enough with the promo. Let's get into the episode. I was trying to buy some time for Smidlai to join us, but I'm going to have to get into it, and hopefully Smidlai joins us ahead of time. You know, yes. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mo. Yes, we do. Ada J3 says, I still need to charge and collect from the nonsense PSG did yesterday. Ada is see, okay, before I get into the Nigeria podcast, I'm a Chelsea fan. You guys know this. You guys know I'm a Chelsea fan. So I've been happy since yesterday because we are champions of the world. I don't know if Nigeria would ever make me become a world champion. So my club has done it. Champions of the world. All of you that doubted us, what can you say now? I made a post on my social media after the semi-final that PSG beat Real Madrid. I said everybody is a gangster until they face Chelsea. See people in my replies, hey, they will brush you, they will beat you, they will do something. I was so confident. I watched this PSG side. I looked at their game. They are strong, they have quality players. Don't get me wrong, I respected them. But I looked at my team and the football we've been playing, and Enzo Maresca and his tactics, and I was like, even if PSG will beat us, it's going to be a tough game for them. And we blew them out the park. 3 first half goals, just did a professional job in the second half. We could even have scored more. Obviously, they had chances, it's football, they would have chances as well. They have 1 or 2 chances. Oh man, what a game. It's not global football, so I'll not get into it too much. But what a game, man. And if you lost money, it's because you backed the wrong horse. Next time you'd have asked me, I'd have told you that Chelsea will win. Because I was so confident and so sure. And then people that were doubting me have been apologizing to me. But yes, Chelsea world champions. That one is for a separate platform. On here, one about Nigeria. Adeola says Nigeria will make you world champion one day. Maybe by the grace of God, before I die, let Nigeria win World Cup. Even if it's the women, let the women win the Women's World Cup. If Super Eagles are not ready. Someone said it was a lucky win. PSG were tired. No, Chelsea were they've not played a single game this season, so they were not tired at all, full energy. What kind of silly talk is that? It's saying a lucky win. Why didn't PSG use the luck to win? Lucky. You give somebody 3 in first half, they say it's lucky. Oh man, be crying. Whatever club you support is paining you. That's why you will talk that kind of nonsense here. Lucky win. Do it in Europe. As if Chelsea have not won two Champions League trophies. Do it in Europe. Huh? What are you talking about? Beat the best team in Europe this past season. What are you talking about? What exactly are you talking about? Champions of the world. You say do it in Europe. We did it on the world stage. You say do it in Europe. Please don't talk to me for 4 years, man. Go and win your own, then you come and talk to me. Please. Haters gonna hate. But yes, let me get into the Niger FC podcast, I beg. Let me get into the Niger FC podcast. Haters gonna hate. That's all I will say about that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching or listening to us from. My name is Ayoti, and this is the Niger FC podcast, where we bring you our raw, our honest, unfiltered opinions on all the hottest and latest topics in the world of Nigerian football. And I have another exciting show for you guys. Today, we'll talk about a couple of transfers that have happened in the world of football with regards to Nigerian players, of course. And then we'll get into the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They were held to a goalless draw by Algeria in their final game of the group stages at the WAFCON 2024. We'll also do a review of the group stage in general, talk about all the groups, talk about the teams that have advanced, and of course, look at how the teams performed, especially in comparison to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And we'll talk about the upcoming match in the quarterfinals versus Zambia. The Super Falcons will be taking on the Copper Queens, and it should be an interesting encounter. Zambia, of course, have some firepower. Super Falcons also have quality, but have we seen that quality so far? We'll get into it. And then, of course, I'll give you guys your opportunity to share your thoughts on all the things that we've discussed today. You guys know I don't do this by myself, even though I've been by myself for the last 2 weeks or thereabouts. But I am proud to announce to you that my co-host is available today. Welcome, Sweetlai.
Thank you guys for asking. Thank you again. I'm happy to be here again.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sweetlai. Back to your base,
back to Mr. Now.
Okay. So, Sweetlai, we have a number of topics to discuss. Obviously, we're going to be focusing on the WAFCON because that is the priority at this time. But before we get into the WAFCON, let me just do a quick talk on a couple of transfers that have happened in the world of Nigerian football because, stuff is still happening around the world.
Mm-hmm.
We know that we are waiting for Osimhen's Galatasaray deal to be finalized. So I am not going to get into Victor Osimhen today because Victor Osimhen, there's just so much that is happening in his world and in his life, and with Galatasaray and with Napoli and with money and all these things. So I wouldn't get into Victor Osimhen's talk. But there are some other Nigerian players that have completed transfers, and we'll just talk about them very, very briefly. I'll start with Marcus Abraham. If you guys are, close followers of Nigerian footballers, you would have heard that name, Marcus Abraham. He was signed to FC Porto a couple of years ago, didn't quite make it at Porto. They sent him to their second team. He did well at their second team, went on loans here and there. And now he has joined Estrela Amadora in the Portuguese First Division. So he's going to be playing First Division football. Obviously, a much smaller team than FC Porto, but it's a chance for him to establish himself in a team and hopefully be able to score some goals and get his career back on track because he's no longer a young player. He's a good player, but obviously football, it takes more than just ability to make it sometimes. You know, you need the right coach, the right club, the right situation. You also need a little bit of luck. You know, that's the reality. Many different things. And Marcus Abraham is taking this step, hoping that it can reignite the flame that once lit under him. And hopefully he can become a top football player. So, Smilai, Marcus Abraham joins Estrela Madura. What do you think of that move and how do you think it can affect him as a footballer?
It's a lot of people don't know that it's a former Super Eagles player. I think he got this one cap. I think it was against Cameroon in Austria, and under Gennett Rohr. So, well, it was in Porto for how many years? For 2 or 3 years, Porto B. He was scoring goals for Porto B, but they don't deem him fit to promote him to Porto A. He's a player that is just thereabout. But I think that he's no longer a young player. You said it heavy. He's just
25.
25. So, it's just good for him to find a permanent home now. And I'm happy that he's got that permanent home. So he should just make the best of his career now than to be playing second team. I don't know how somebody is playing, second team for so many years and waiting to bring it to the first team. So I'm happy that he's got it now. He's a player, very good player. But unfortunately, probably the Porto did not, like his skill sets. I don't know that, but I wish him the very best of luck. He was a product of Raymond Stars Academy. He was part of their first set of players there. Yeah, I wish him luck.
I wish him luck as well. I wish him luck. Hopefully things go well for him. Interesting journey that he has had so far. At 25, if you are still playing second division football, then you're kind of wasting your time. So I'm happy that he has got a permanent move. And if he does well at Estrela, it can give him the opportunity to go somewhere else, even if it's to a better Portuguese team, then from there maybe find his way to one of the other leagues in the world. Who knows? He just has to go and bang in the goals.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that works out for him.
He needs to take bird from his pockets, to try and take a live bird from his pockets, to do and impress very well. Because I've been there for that Porto for so long, and I can tell you that it's been like a roller coaster, up, down, those times. Yeah.
Okay, let's get into another player. Former Nigeria under-20 player, now 23 years of age, Ibrahim Said has joined Motherwell FC in the Scottish Prem. Motherwell FC, they let one Nigerian player go. They signed another Nigerian player. They released Moses Ebie, and then they've brought in a winger. Moses Ebie was a striker. They've brought in a winger, Ibrahim Said. Ibrahim Said has been playing in Denmark since he made his professional, step after the 20 in 2019. He joined Viborg FF in the Danish Super League. Last season, he played 16 goals, no goals and no assists. So not the best production for a winger, but he only played 539 minutes. So he wasn't really getting that much game time. He's one of those players that on his day, it can look, it looks like a Chukwueze. On his day, he can dribble past players and score a beautiful goal. And you're like, okay, this guy has some talent. But then for the next 10 days, you will not see anything again. His best season was in 2022-2023 when he played 32 matches and he had 4 goals and 4 assists. So his numbers definitely don't jump out of the screen at all. But after 3 years in Denmark, he has made this move to Scotland, playing for Motherwell. Motherwell, of course, is not a very, very big team. They finished 8th in the Scottish Prem last season, but Smilai, what do you think about this transfer? Do you think it is a good step for him? Do you think it is a step that can maybe push him more into the eyes of mainstream media and help him continue to grow as a footballer?
Well, what are they pushing? So I'm sorry to say that, but I just think that it was a player that has scored 3 goals at the under-17 World Cup was in Brazil in 2019. And this is the next thing after fried rice, after sliced bread. We thought that it's going to go all the way. We used to have these talents you are doing free advert Coca-Cola. So
Coca-Cola NG, if you are watching, come and sponsor.
Yeah. So it's a guy that has been we thought he's going to do well. Fantastic player. But we all know that to transit from senior football to from underage football to senior football is a very very big thing. He's been doing well in Denmark, but you said it. They ask you a question that can you do it on a cold Sunday, I mean cold Tuesday night in Stoke? Can you do not only on a Saturday night? So he's not been consistent, and that's a major problem with our players. So for me, Motherwell is should be a mother for him. Maybe probably should care for him more. I hope that Scotland will be very good for him. You talked about Scout. Scout is in Denmark, and it is in that. So for me, if
But
maybe
he's in the
probably,
UK now. Now you know that UK has a different kind of clout.
maybe talking about the to stay finally, but for me, I just think that when the BA2 came, a BA thought about a BA was going to do well. That it's your friend that brought a BA to that brought a BA to Scotland. So I hope he performs well, but it's just that he needs to do very well. Yeah.
Who knows? If he does well for Motherwell, he can find his way to the championship or something. Who knows? I mean, look at our Super Eagles defender is now playing in the championship and he scored in preseason against Sevilla now. So
Yeah.
everything is right. Those Sevilla people, if you are losing to Birmingham City in preseason, I hope they're not about to have a terrible year because
But they
that's
lost to another Pirate last time around now.
yeah, I think they didn't lose or they played 2-2 in that last preseason.
Okay, I think it was 2-2.
Yeah. But this one now, Educate started the match. They lost 3-1 to Birmingham. They are playing Sunderland next. I saw you posted this boy that scored the preseason for.
He had a good game.
No, I'm hoping that they give him first team, now because since he joined Sunderland, I've been looking for him and
he's not been fit at all.
Yeah,
so he's been playing at 21 football. He's not been fit. Even it's not even
because I saw him, he looks big in that, when I
Yeah,
saw him, he looks big. The way he was running, I'm like, it's not moving like he's ready to run for.
But if you look at the opportunities he got in that second half, the movement, I can see that there's a talent there. I just hope that if the boy can be very disciplined, we'll be talking about him.
I hope so because the boy was highly rated a little bit. It just didn't work out for him in Belgium. Then he moved to Sunderland, and hopefully, he can have good things. But yeah, okay. One other transfer for a men's player, Adebayo Adeleye, Super Eagles goalkeeper. He has taken his talent away from Cyprus and he's now going to be playing his football in the Greek Super League. He joined a club called NPS Volos. Most people probably have never heard of that club before, but they are in the Greek Super League, NPS Volos. They finished 12th in the league last season out of 14 teams. So they are not the best, but the way their league is designed, they go after the season, how they break out into relegation, so they avoided relegation, but obviously not a big team by any means. The good thing for me is that he's moving away from Cyprus because that's Cypriot league. Nobody watches, nobody talks about. It's like you're just in your own little bubble there doing your thing. Nobody cares. So now that at least he's playing in Greece, even though we might not watch him every week, but at least we watch him when he's playing against Oyemechi and Olympiacos. Maybe we can watch him against PAOK. We can watch him against Panathinaikos. At least maybe 5 matches in the season that we'll watch. But yes, Adebayo Adeleye moving to Greece on a 2-year deal with NPS Volos. Mila, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, initially I thought it was 1 year, but it's good that to confirm that it's 2 years now. Good for him. Greek league is like there's more visibility there in the Greek league than the Cyprus league. You confirm that, and let's hope he performs there. His first task should be to be the first choice. In that area, and it won't be easy for him. Let's say it here. If you are playing against a team that's expected to get relegated, he's going to get shots. In fact, you go face like 20 shots, and things like that.
In the game.
You have to be. He needs to actually be ready for that. But all those type of things makes you too. It's okay. Maybe a good performance in the first year might take him to clubs. Maybe AEK Athens. Before you know it, he's already playing in Europe. So for me, it's a step up. It's a step up for him. And I hope that this one can also maybe probably bring him closer again to our darling Super Eagles. It was close last to play in the last World Cup qualifier, but unfortunately, he didn't make it. But I hope that good performance now in the Greek league, maybe probably can take it. But he needs to cement his first choice first before he can talk about that.
And I mean, let's be realistic with ourselves. With all due respect to him, the reason why he's close is because we don't really have that many options, unless we get in some of these foreign-born players.
Yeah.
The Nigerian-born ones are not that many.
Yeah.
But I hope that things go well for him over there. He's somebody that I kind of like him as a man, as a guy. He's a decent goalkeeper. But obviously there's levels to this, and he just needs to step up quite a few levels before we can really big him up. And right now we cannot compare him to Nwabali, we cannot compare him to Maduka Okoye. So he has some work that so what's the AY Scotty in charity? It was not trying his hardest, though.
But I think Odumodu Black scored against nobody.
Yeah, Odumodu Black scored against.
So that's a different thing.
Oh man, Nigeria is in for a weekend. It's a way AY score.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, yeah, but wishing Adebayo Adeleye all the very best. Okay, and then one Super Falcons transfer to talk about. Our young, well, no, she's not quite young, but our revelation, our upcoming star.
Revelation?
She's a revelation, and I just recently people they hear about her. Omorisara Babajide has joined AS Roma Women in the Italian Serie A Femminile. AS Roma Women. She has joined and she has signed a 2-year deal with AS Roma. She's going to be taking her talents to Italy. Last season, playing in the Spanish Liga F, she scored 10 goals for UDCA Tenerife, and now she's joining AS Roma to hopefully push them into a potential title charge. They are one of those teams that, they do okay, but they cannot quite compete with Inter and Juventus. So they are hoping that, Babajide, amongst the other signings, because they made a couple other signings, can push them on. So, what do you think about this transfer? Do you think it's a good step for her? Do you think she should have stayed in Spain? How do you feel about it?
I think the Spanish La Liga Femenina is more competitive than the Italian Serie A. You still tend to face the European champions, one of the best players in the world. When you play in the Spanish La Liga Femenina. So for me, I think it's not a step up for her. Let's be honest ourselves. We also have Shukura Tadadabo in that same team too. So for me, I don't think it's a step up. Even if Juventus or Inter Milan, we're talking about that. I don't think it's a step up. It's not the AS Roma men national team, the men team. This is the AS Roma Femenina. It's not, a big team that size. So I know that there's some Japanese players that played, that they play for AS Roma also, that they will play against them during the Olympic Games. Decent players, but I just think that that we stay in Spain. But these girls, maybe she saw something. I don't know, but I just think that it's not a step up for her.
The Japanese player I'm talking about is Kumagai.
Yeah, Kumagai. Yeah.
I mean, AS Roma is definitely not in a league as big or as good as the Spanish Liga F. But you might say AS Roma is a better team than UDCA Tenerife, where she's coming from. So it's less competition in the league that she is in now, but probably for a better team overall. I think AS Roma last season they finished only 3 points behind Inter in the Serie A Femminile. So if they can step up, maybe that can be good for them. Obviously, in terms of a visibility standpoint, the Liga F has more visibility than the Serie A Femminile. But I think at the same time, it would largely depend on her own individual performance. If she balls out, if she scores goals, gets assists, keeps her name in the headlines, she will do quite well. And I also think that from a financial point of view, AS Roma will pay her more money, and there's opportunity for her to earn more money at AS Roma than at Tenerife because it's a bigger club in general. For example, this summer, they played in the inaugural Women's Sevens tournament. Without knowing the full financial details, there were a number. Echegini played there, Uchebe played there, Oladipo played there. I think there was one other Nigerian player in that tournament that I'm missing. Dimeng, I think, because I think Galatasaray played. But the players, the money that they earned, each individual player, for participating in that tournament all the players were happy to be there. All the players were happy to be there. Let's first of all be cognizant of the fact that women's football, they don't pay them 100,000 a week or anything like they pay the men. And for this 2-week tournaments also that they went for after their season, not only the clubs get paid, but the players also got compensated quite well. So playing for a bigger team in general, like AS Roma, where she has an opportunity to play in all these competitions, I think gives her a better chance of earning more. Her base salary is probably more. And if she does well there, I think she can make a name for herself. She can make a name for herself. So I'm happy for her. I like Risola. She's a fine young player, good head on her shoulders, wants to do well in football, wants to grow her brand as a player as well as a person. She wants to be more recognized. And maybe this is an opportunity for her because in Spain, if she wasn't getting picked up by an Atletico or by Real or by Barca, then maybe she must have felt like, well, she's not really going to get the visibility or the financial part of it because these Spanish teams, if it's not Barca or Real Madrid, they're not really they pay like that. Even Atletico don't pay that well. So I can understand it. And I mean, obviously, if she went to the US, it could have been interesting in terms of visibility and also financial standpoints. But maybe she wasn't ready to go to the US. Maybe she wanted to stay in Europe. And yeah, let's hope that everything works out well for her. Like you mentioned, she's going to be playing with Shukrat Oladipor. Shukrat is yet to really,
stamp
her authority over there in Italy. But let's hope that things work out well for her. Let's hope, wishing her the very best. Shout out to you, Omorisola Babajide. Okay. If you are watching us on any social media platform that is not called YouTube, so if you're on X/Twitter, if you're on Facebook, this is your call to please switch over to YouTube as the stream is going to be ending on other platforms in 2 minutes. So please, if you are watching on any social media platform other than YouTube, join us on YouTube, youtube.com/@EaglesTrackerNG. Or you can just open your YouTube app and search for Eagles Tracker. You'll see our beautiful logo. Click on it. You'll be able to subscribe to the channel. You'll be able to join the live and enjoy the rest of the show. The stream will be ending on other social media platforms in the next minute. And if you're already on YouTube, please, please, please make sure you hit the like button. Over 75% of you guys that are watching now have not liked this video. So please, guys, please, 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 hit the like button if you are watching on YouTube. Hit the like button. Let the numbers go up before we continue. Please hit the like button. And I see people that are sending me comments. Thank you very much for your comments. But if you have any question, if you have any points to raise, you want us to answer your question, you want us to highlight it on the screen, you want us to take it into consideration, please, please, please send your question, send your comments with a super chat. That way we can put it on the screen. We can answer your question. We can deviate from what you're talking about. But any comments that don't come with super chats, it is up to our discretion whether or not we are going to take it, whether or not we are going to talk about it. We might, like, I mean, we laughed at the person that said the Adele AY thing, we might, but it is up to our discretion if your comment doesn't come in the super chat. And also, if you would just like to support the efforts, you just like to support the stream, just like to support the work, please, please, please feel free to leave a super chat or super sticker as well, as those are greatly appreciated. But the bare minimum is to hit the like button on the video. It costs you absolutely nothing. It only takes about 2 seconds of your time, and it really does a lot of good for us in terms of the growth of the channel and the visibility of the channel. God bless you as you do so. And I hope that everyone from Facebook and Twitter have now switched over to YouTube. Okay, Smilai, shall we continue?
Yeah.
The WAFCON 2024. I've been watching. I know you've been watching. The group stage has now ended. And the group stage ended for the Super Falcons with a goalless draw against Algeria. Coach Justin Madugu largely rotated his squad and made, I believe, 8 changes to the sides. He kept Tosin Dimei, Chiamaka Nnadozie, and Ajibade in the squad. but brought in Shukura Oladipo, brought in Issa, brought in Usani, brought in Uchebe, brought in Echegini, brought in Odega, Onumonu, and Ihezwo from the start.
Mm-hmm.
It was a game that the Super Falcons were possession-wise, in control of the game. More corner kicks, more shots on target, more blocked shots, more passes, more everything. But we were not able to find the back of the net. I don't think we had any chance that was so clear cut in the match.
Yeah.
Mostly half chances. I'll just quickly give some of my thoughts. As Midlai, I'll allow you go right after.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Nna was a passenger for a large part of the game. I think she had to make one save that, the ball just came towards her goal. In the defense, I felt like they did not have too much work to do, but I also wasn't too impressed with the fullbacks that came into the side, Oladipo and Usani, honestly, because I felt like they could have done more. I thought Issa was decent. Dimei, I already know what to expect from Tosin Dimei. In the midfield, I liked Uchebe's performance. I really liked Echegini's performance. I'm going to advocate for Echegini to start playing from the start in our future matches. I thought she did very well in terms of moving the ball forward. I think that Echegini is still our best threat from outside the penalty area. She might not be able to pick a final pass that well, but she can shoot, she can run at a position, she can threaten defensive from outside the penalty box. Ajibade, I still haven't loved what I've seen from Rashad Ajibade in this tournament so far. And I am putting a public plea to the coach. I know you have your ideas. I know you're not just doing guesswork. I know it's not just somebody that sent it to you on WhatsApp and that's why you're doing it. But please play Rashidat Ajibade from the flank. Whatever you want her to do from the middle, it is not working. It is not working. Her efficiency is low. She does not have the final ball. Her shooting is not great. Play her from the flank, let her be a threat, let her put in balls for people. And at the same time, when she makes her late runs into the box, she will score goals. I think the coach should just play Ajibade from the flank. Let Echegini just take that spot that you're giving her right now. Play her from the flank. You can play Uchebe and Ainde in the midfield together. That's a public plea that I have for Coach Madibu. He also in the attack brought Ihezwo, Odega, and Onumonu. Ihezwo, I just frankly believe that she is not as effective from the left. I think he should play Ihezwo through the middle if he wants to play her. Just play her through the middle. Onumonu, I like Onumonu's work rate, but I think that she can be sharper. I don't know if it's for a lack of match fitness or what exactly it is, but the few or the two half chances she got in the game, I think with a little bit more sharpness, she could have at least got a shot off and done better with the opportunities. But I don't think she was terrible. I just think that she can be sharper. And then Francisca Odega. I think Francisca Odega is such an enigma. Such an enigma. She would do some things that you're like, wow, she has quality. She still has it in her legs. Dribbling past people, cutting back, get the fans a little bit excited. But then most of the time, the final ball, the cross, the final decision is not always the best. She's really an enigma as far as I'm concerned. And then, of course, off the bench, we had Esther Okoronkwo coming on. We kind of already know what to expect from Esther. Folashade Jamilusi also came on. I thought when she came on, she created one or two decent opportunities, so she wasn't too bad. And then Babajide Rinsola came on as well. And we know what to expect from Rinsola. I think that if you're going to play anybody from the left side, obviously Rinsola has to start ahead of Chinwe. I know that he rotated the squad because we had already qualified. Algeria also, because of Group A's results, knew that they were also going to qualify. So both teams did not play their full strength teams from the start. But I think that Babajide obviously has to start the matches going forward. Overall, it was not a very good performance, from the Super Falcons. In the group stage, we'll get into the whole group stage review. But for this Algeria game, this is a team that we had beaten comfortably recently. And then now in tournament mode, we cannot even score a goal against them. I think we need to create chances better. We need to do better going forward. And there's quite a bit of work that Coach Madigo would have to do. Rotated squad, but I think that the squad was still very good enough to beat Algeria. And we also have to look at the fact that Algeria also rotated their own squad. So it was Nigeria, second 11 versus Algeria second 11, and we could not score. Kudos to Algeria for getting a draw, for finishing as second in the group. But yes, Midlai, what are your thoughts on the game? How did you feel about the Super Falcons draw against Algeria?
Right from the start, unfortunately, I didn't see the game live, the first one live, like in the stadium live. But focusing on the Algeria game, I just think that it was a very poor performance. I was actually disappointed with the way the game actually turned out. Even if it's the home-based players against this Algerian national team, I think it should not be that performance. We were just, it's like some of the big players in the team does not have a clue of what they were doing. With due respect to Francisca Odega, she's not the Odega we used to know. And she seems to be scared about the occasion with someone that won several WAFCONs, before. She should be the leader in that team, but unfortunately, I don't think she can lead. Looking at Ajibade, I think our form going to this tournament has not been the same. I don't know what's happened it can be on a private or a personal note, we don't know. But this is a player that is a go-to player, for them. So I don't think, she just can't raise the level of our game. So, and secondly, everything stems down to coaching, because when I saw the Tunisian game, I realized that Tunisia can still combine in the middle, trying to create some few things, but they don't have the quality of the Super Falcons. But I just look at it that this game is like the same Eguavon style of football. Maybe that's the Nigerian football philosophy. You have to try and put them in the middle, cross the ball. I don't know what we're doing against Algeria. You talked about Yamilusi. I think when he brought Yamilusi, I think he changed to 3 at the back. Maybe it was a 3-5-2 system now with Risola and Yamilusi, on both sides. But after that opportunity that Yamilu created, all the crosses were what crosses? There were no one in particular. It's like she was already a girl that scored 3 goals against the same opponent how many months back. So, I don't know. Maybe she brought her in to come and do her magic again, because if you look at this coach, the coach is not changing tactics. He's changing players that are not doing well. So that is what he's doing. If something is not working for you, why can't you change? It's just like if he's not doing well, if I should ask you now, he brought in Ijamilusi because he scored that 3 goals. So I come and do that magic again. That is it. That's the instinct of the man. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. See, that's why we're right when we're given our assessment about it. And Randy Wardon was right too, because he worked with Randy Wardon, and he knew that the capacity of this man might not be there. And if you look at the coaching tournament, you see the impact of a coach. Look at Donald Upton, look at the coach of Ghana today, what he did against Tanzania. So for me, I was really disappointed with the team. And lastly, I want to talk about the new player that was brought in. See, we have a big problem. People are championing. I was airing a famous Nigeria sports radio, said the only sports radio in Nigeria. Shall say, Miracle Zani this way. See, I like Miracle Zani, but she that is not our level. That is not our level. He didn't contribute anything going forward. It was just like strength, Everything is not about strength, about strong face. It's not about that. It's about what can contribute to the technique of the game. And with due respect too, she's not ready. Even the girl, Sikira Usa, she will pass the ball to the opponent. Most of the passes that got picked up was through Sikira Usa. So they look scared of the occasion. I don't know the reason why. So we're in big problem. If any of our regular back four got injured, we're in big problem. The guys that came to, I don't think they did well. I'm surprised about Ifeanyi Numono. I don't know. Yeah, she wasn't herself. I don't know, maybe it was due to tactics or the coach, but she wasn't herself at all throughout. And with due respect too, there was limited service to her. So everything just looked disjointed. For me, I think this team is yeah, they might be crying for burial, honestly.
I mean, I hear you. This game was not a good game at all. For me, I understand the coach rotating the side, give players a rest. But I also wish that he played more of his main players and did not rotate the squad fully, because your team has not clicked yet. And this was a game that you could give them the potential to click. But when you make 8 changes He
Mm-hmm.
kept the goalkeeper when I feel like she's even the one that you could have changed and not missed anything. He kept Ajibade, who is the captain. The only thing that I would say is that the coach, please, you don't have to run Ajibade to the ground. She has played 90 minutes of every match. If she's not doing well, I understand that, with all due respect to the other players, it's kind of like Cole Palmer. When Cole Palmer was not doing well at Chelsea, you still play him in every match because
Mm-hmm.
you know that he is still your talisman. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of the way Ajibade is. Ajibade, going into the WAFCON, she was the best player scoring for Nigeria. So even though she's not at her best in tournaments, the coach will still back her. She's his captain. She's the one that that she can turn up. So I understand him playing her. But on a day like this, where she has worked hard, and things are not just happening, is a throwaway match, quote unquote. I feel like you could have just subbed her off and given her a rest. She works hard, but give her a break. You can give her a break. Um, I think that the coach needs to fix up a lot of things, man. He needs to show us something. I'm really, really still optimistic and hoping that we can get to the trophy. But based on the evidence that we're seeing so far, it's not very encouraging. It's just not very, very encouraging. Especially when you see other people that are playing and that they're playing well. It's not even just about the result. You see the football and then the result goes along with it. You look at the Morocco, you know, they're playing well. They're playing good football. Even the teams that are smaller than us, the ones that that they just don't have the quality that we have, but they are playing well. They are moving the ball well. They are creating opportunities. They are trying to break teams down. And then the Super Falcons, with all our star power, how can we play 3 matches against Botswana, Tunisia, and Algeria, and we are struggling to score goals in all the games? I don't get it at all. I don't get it at all. Let's look at the whole group stage, like as a whole, for all the groups. But let's look at match day 3, for example. Morocco defeated Senegal 1-0. Zambia defeated DR Congo 1-0. Nigeria Algeria was a goalless draw. Botswana beats Tunisia by 2-1. And then we had South Africa demolish Mali 4-0, and Ghana also thumped Tanzania 4-1. The way the groups have ended, Morocco top Group A with 7 points. Zambia finished second with 7 as well. Senegal third with 3, and DR Congo fourth with no points. In Group B, Nigeria finished first with 7, Algeria second with 5, Botswana third with 3, and Tunisia fourth with 1 point. And then for Group C, South Africa top Group C with 7 points. Ghana finished second with 4 points. Mali third with 4 points, but lower goal difference. And then Tanzania fourth with 1 point. So officially, the teams are qualified for the quarterfinals. From Group A, we have Morocco, Zambia, and Senegal. From Group B, we have Nigeria, Algeria, and from Group C, we have South Africa, Ghana, and Mali. As far as the tournament is going so far, the top goal scorers at the top, we have Ghislaine Shebak and Ngwena Ndiaye. Shebak is currently ahead because I think she has more assists. We have Barbara Banda and Kundanaji with 3 goals, and then our first player Ihezuo has 2 goals, and then Oshoala Babajide also have 1 goal in tournament. Top goal scoring teams, we have Morocco, who have scored 7, South Africa have scored 7, Zambia have scored 6, Senegal have scored 6, even Ghana have scored 5, before you come to Nigeria, who have scored 4 goals in the tournament. But as far as goals considered, Nigeria and Algeria have both not considered any goal in the tournament. South Africa have considered 1. So we are doing well from a defensive point of view, even though we haven't really faced any team that is that difficult. When you look at the overall group stage, Milai, which team has impressed you the most in this tournament?
If you look at the team very well, some people are walking forward, some people are crawling backwards. If you look at the first match day results, Ghana against South Africa, the main team, Zambia against Morocco, and and also Nigeria against Tunisia. So, with due respect to Nigeria, that was our best game in this tournament, and since then we have been progressing. Morocco have been improving from the first game. South Africa has been improving from the first game. So that is where coaching. you tend to know your team more. That's why I don't buy the excuse of it's done been long, it took the team. No, you learn every day. So for me, other teams have been progressing. The top teams have been progressing. Nigeria have not progressed at all. And there's nothing to, there's nothing to assure, to improve, to talk about that. Well, if I'm to pick a team that have impressed me, despite missing Takatlana, I think South Africa is very dangerous. There's this synergy among them. There's this teamwork among them. There's this no big star among them. They play ball. You look at the cutbacks against Mali and everything. Mali is not a bad side. Mali beat Tanzania. Drew against Ghana before they got the beating of their life against South Africa. So for me, I just think that South Africa played well. I don't think Morocco has been doing very well too. If I'm to predict, I think it might be South Africa against Morocco in the final again. Because the two teams seems to be the best team. Also, it can be a spoiler is Senegal. I know Senegal play against South Africa, in the quarterfinals, but I'm just being impressed by South Africa and actually Morocco.
No, I mean, I will say I've been very impressed by Morocco. I think Morocco are playing the best football of all the teams, in my opinion, and they've looked quite good and solid. In the first game, yes, they equalized late against Zambia and kept that 2-2 draw. In the second game against DR Congo, I think what impressed me the most was they considered early. And then you're now thinking that, oh, okay, Morocco. But after they considered, the heads did not drop. They did not start forcing the situation. They just kept on playing their football, moving the ball from side to side, trying to get forward. And the way they play, if a team is not too organized or a team doesn't have too much quality, they will create chances. And that's what they did. And then they eventually came back and won that game 4-2. And then in their final game, they did the job and defeated Senegal 1-0. I know that, yes, we had a conversation about this and some elements that people thought, some things were deserved or not deserved. But they've done a professional job so far in the tournament. And I've been impressed by that. With South Africa, like you said, they've taken it game after game and have tried to work on things and have tried to impress. This game against Mali, I can't lie, I thought it would probably be maybe a 2-1 to South Africa. But the way they came and blew Mali out of the waters, I was like, damn, these girls are ready. And then when you watch the game and you realize that somebody like Seposengwe did not even score, who is supposed to be their biggest goal threat, you just look at it that it shows you that they have other options that can contribute.
Look at the free kick.
See, I'm really looking at these teams and I'm like, damn, these people are doing well. Super Falcons were doing well defensively, but again, it's hard for you to even judge our defensive solidity if we've not faced any team that can actually threaten our defense.
Which striker have we faced?
Yeah. Exactly. We've not faced any of the quality players in the team. And I think my biggest worry with Nigeria is also the fact that our top players have not gotten to it. They're not hitting the ground running. Like you look at other countries, Morocco, their best players, Tagno, Shebak. They are in the tournament. You look at Zambia, Banda, Kundanaji, they are in the tournament. Even look at South Africa, Seposengwe has scored, Hilda Magaya has scored, Linda Motlalu. Their best players are in the tournament. And with Nigeria, Ajibade is yet to hit the ground running. Okay, you say Plumter has hit the ground running. Babajide had a fantastic first game, not much since then. Oshoala scored 1 goal from a set piece and then nothing much since then.
Iezu
has been the one that, off the bench. But even that, with all due respect to Chinwendu, I'm happy for her because when I defended her in the past, people said I was talking too much. But other than the instincts that she's showing to score those goals, the all-round play, because that's one thing that I always like to look at. We're very big on if a player scores, they played well. If a player doesn't score, they did not play well. Iezo has scored 2 goals, but her all-round play has not been fantastic.
Yeah.
And those things affect the team's performance a lot more. So it's very, very interesting to see, and I really hope that we can pick it up. But I don't think that we can call the Super Falcons amongst the best teams in the tournament so far. Even though we know that, I continue to believe because of the quality that we have, because of the players that we have. And on any given day, if we click, you expect something good from the Super Falcons.
Yeah.
I have a comment here from Charles. Charles said, I don't talk say Madugu they play Eguavon football. Very disjointed and no finishes in the final third football. So that's what Charles is saying. Charles is not very impressed by Coach Madugu's style of play so far in this tournament.
Yeah.
But the group stage has now ended, and we are going to the quarterfinals of the tournament. No World Cup qualification implications in this tournament. So the quarterfinals match does not have as much at stake like it usually does, because normally you know that okay, win your quarterfinal, you've qualified for the World Cup. Not as much because there's going to be a tournament next year. But the fixtures are as follows: Morocco will face Mali, Algeria will face Ghana, South Africa will face Senegal, and then Nigeria will face Zambia. The winner of Nigeria and Zambia will face the winner of South Africa and Senegal. The winner of Morocco and Mali will face the winner of Algeria and Ghana.
Yeah.
Now, what I like about this is that all things being equal, if we are to reach that final, then we have to beat South Africa and Zambia along the way. So I like it. To be the best, you have to beat the best. We've not faced any real test yet, so the tests are coming. That's why I like it. But before we even think of final, we have to first take on this Zambia challenge. The Super Falcons against the Copper Queens. Zambia, in my tournament preview, I spoke about Zambia and I said they are a team that has the potential to score a lot of goals, but they are also a team that has more than enough potential to concede goals. So far in this tournament, they've scored 6 goals. They've kept 1 clean sheet, but they have conceded 4 goals. Smith, like a lot of people say that Zambia is just Banda and Kunanaji, nothing else in the team. Looking forward to this quarterfinal match now. How do you feel? Do you think that the Super Falcons can overcome the Copper Queens, or do you think that it can be a tough test for Nigeria?
No, and I'm going to be very controversial now. See, I know that there's hierarchy to everything. You have your boss, you have the subordinates. Ashley Planta is a UFRB licensed coach.
Where are you going with this?
see, I'm not saying Ashley Planta should take over from Madugu, but he should assist, for God's sake. He should assist, for God's sake. Let them do the tactics together, for God's sake. So that at the end of the day, it will benefit the team. If you look at Planta, she looks like a coach on the pitch. You can see, like a coach on the pitch. So, if we get the tactics right, we will beat Zambia City. Let me tell you something. As far as I'm not really worried about, I'm really worried about the team, the way they did not perform. But the goalkeeper of Zambia, I'm better than that goalkeeper. I'm better than that Zambian goalkeeper. I can face shot. See, he will be putting out hand like this. Just one shot. One shot. You see this thing. They have very weak midfield and defense. If we can overrun them in the midfield, we're going to beat them silly. We got those sorts of that. Don't forget, they put the ball in the channel. They lump it to Kodnaji or Banda. Then they try and score and everything. Banda can even take the ball from the midfield and go and score herself if you're not careful. That's one thing about that. So, but what I'm saying basically is that if we can stop the supply, I think we will beat them. In fact, we will beat them silly. And but I know that Nora Optu is a very good manager. She will plan differently against Nigeria. She knows that Nigeria can score, and Nora Optu is a better manager than Justin Madugu. So I know she's going to get her own plan. But I just think that if we can get tactics right and over that we're going to win.
And somebody here is saying it's not easy to score against a team that sits back. Everybody knows that. But the best teams in the world sit back against Spain. They will flog you. Is that, in fact, everybody sits back against Spain, and Spain still win. The best teams like Nigeria at the Olympics can hold them and they will beat you 1-0. But sit back against England. Most people sit back against England. At the World Cup, if you watch my interview with Randy Waldrum, he said that the reason why they did not sit back against England was because they watched England's match before Nigeria. China sat back against them. They gave China 6.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, they're like the best teams. Do you think people go out and play against France? Do you think people go out and play against Spain? Go out and play against England? So it's not supposed to be easy. That's the whole point. It's not supposed to be easy. But the best teams still go and find a way to win the match.
Yes.
Yes, we found a way against Tunisia. And then we did not find a way against Algeria. But Tunisia and Algeria are not strong teams at all. It's different if you're playing against a strong defensive team and they sit back against you and you say, okay, fine. Obviously sometimes it can happen like that. But these are not teams that have that much quality. Their defenders are not that good and we're struggling to break them down. So for me, I don't look at that as an excuse. I do not. Now, Zambia, their defense is also not great. I said this before the tournament. It has held true during the tournament so far. So I think if we're able to create quality chances and we're able to take shots on target, we'll score. But that's an if statement. It's an if statement. And we don't really know. If their coach decides that, okay, you know what, let's try to be as solid and compact at the back as much as possible. And on the transition, try to release Kundananji or release Banda. That can be a problem for us. I don't care how good our players are. Barbara Banda is a problem for everybody. Barbara Banda is a problem for everybody. Some people say, yeah, she's that good. I watch her play for her club. That's even what makes me fear her more. The way she scores those goals in America. And the American League, we know, is not a joke for women's football. And then you watch her play at the WAFCON as well. And she's a handful for everybody. Like Smitha said, if she wants herself, she will carry ball by herself from middle and just say, I'm going to score.
Yes.
So the reason why I'm a bit worried is if they defend, let's say they actually defend well, and then they just try to release these players and they get opportunities with these players, Banda can score. Kundananji can score. They can. I still think that we are the better team. For sure, we have more players on the field. Man for man, player for player. They cannot compare with us. It's all about the setup, the tactics. Is the coach going to be ready if Zambia decides to come and sit back the way Tunisia sat back, the way we are saying Algeria sat back, so we could not score them? If Zambia too sits back, can we be seeing a repeat of Tunisia and Algeria? And Zambia have far more firepower in attack than Tunisia or Algeria. So they will be better equipped to take chances should they get those chances, or to even create chances in general. I think it's going to be an interesting match. But we cannot underestimate Zambia. We cannot. This same Zambia beat us at the last WAFCON.
Yeah.
This same Zambia. Now, the only excuse I can give you for that one is that we did not train before the match. Because the players were protesting. So we did not train before that last match. That's the only excuse I can give you. But Barbara Banda also was not in that squad. So it is going to be a big challenge. And Zambia, they know they are playing the Super Falcons. Everybody knows that when you play the Super Falcons, you have to come and play your best game. You don't joke. So they will be up for the fight. There's always the possibility that we'll just go out there and beat them. It's a possibility. But there's also the chance that they can make it difficult for us. And I think that is something that we have to be wary of.
Yeah.
Coach Justin Madugu and his team, they need to get it right. They need to get it right. See, coaching. Shout out to my boys. Yesterday, Chelsea against PSG. You saw good coaching. You could tell that Enzo Maresca and his team have analyzed PSG. They knew where the weaknesses would be. They knew where to exploit. And they gave the players all the tools. Even when they did all the interviews with the Chelsea players after the match, what they kept saying is, we had a great game plan. The coach gave us a great game plan. And it's obviously it's up to the players to go and execute the game plan. And they did. But when a coach gets it right, you see that this was a good coaching job. Coach Madugu needs to show us a good coaching job. Because so far in this tournament, we have not been able to see any match that will say, wow, coach, you got it right. You did a good job. And he needs to do it. The man has said it. He is fighting for all indigenous coaches. So go and show us why Nigerian coaches should be leading the teams.
But I want to ask you a question.
Go on.
Can you give what you don't have?
You can't. But he needs to show us that he has more than we think.
Madugu has been coaching Nigeria. He was in charge when Nigeria played against Ethiopia 1-1. Remember?
Yeah.
That was the day I said that this man should not coach Nigeria again. He was in charge against Cape Verde. Remember? 3-1. See, I saw those games. See, well, you got see. That's what I'm saying now. You should go and you should give that suit where in where. You should go and give a reporter. I just think that we need to be able to do something special, and it's going to start with the coach.
I mean, I really hope that he can show us something. We can say Zambia, they usually like to come out. They usually do, but what if they don't? Okay, if they do, are we certain that we'll be able to create clear-cut chances and we'll not just start playing long ball and telling the striker to head it down? Are we going to move the ball well and open them up? These are the questions. The coach needs to get it right, and I hope that he gets it right. Because, see, I don't get any joy from coming here and telling you, hey, I told you so, now we're out. There's no joy for me. Whether I like the coach or not, my loyalty is to the team. I want the team to win, regardless of who the coach is. I don't want to come and say, hey, I told you it's not good now, see now they're out. No, I want us to win. So the coach needs to do it. I want him to go all the way and lift this trophy. Whether or not I think he's a good coach is irrelevant. I want the Super Falcons to win. And I really, 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 really hope that he gets it right. I don't fear Zambia, but I know that they have quality. And if they get it right and we don't, they have players that can take advantage of that and beat us. It's going to be an interesting watch for sure. Zambia give us entertaining fixtures, 2-2, 3-2, 1-0. So they give us entertaining fixtures. I really just hope that we are ready for it. And even in that game that was 1-0, they had a few other opportunities. Even Banda could have scored more. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm really looking forward to this one. But I like the test. You know, for me, I like playing against teams that are good. That way you can really see where your team stacks up and how good your team can actually play. We know that it's going to be Chanda, Banda, Kundanaji, and Chilufia. That's going to be the people that are trying to spearhead their attack. Like you said, that their goalkeeper, Ngamo Musoli, that guy no sabi. So if we can get opportunities and we can take shots at her, she will even help us tap one inside like Zoho did against Saudi Arabia. You know.
So I just said last thing before, you know, as I said, you know, you mentioned Jennifer Chejine, you know, she's been the threat in this tournament. She's very crafty. Like how do they describe that? You know, in fact, you know, I told you like she plays like Leb. You know, the used to be a Arsenal player. The way she drives the ball forward. See, if there's going to be a player that will take Nigeria to winning this title, now the way say it's going to be Jennifer Chejine. She forgets about a player that has been delivering before. I know that Ashida Karashi will do that. But if he's not playing well, save her. She might need a break. Take her off. The pressure might become too much. Take her off. Maybe probably she come on as a substitute and she can perform well. Because see, you have never explained like this before about Ashida. Honestly, it's about again. Go to get even during the Olympic Games. You know, you don't have to come and explain. In fact, you have defended Australia more than Rashidat. So she's now in the battlefront. It's now left for the coach to be emotionally intelligent and try and look for a way to save her slightly. That against Algeria would have been the best. But now Zambia, you have to go.
You have to put your best team.
Your best team there. You have to put your best team there. So, for me, I just think that management might be wrong. But if the coach can allow me to select the team for him, Maybe the coach can, maybe the coach can listen to me. I don't know, maybe I'm allowed to select the team. For me, I think she should drop Deborah Abiodun. She should play Christy Uchebe alongside Alimatu Ayinde. Then, this girl in front of them, Jennifer Yeye. Uchebe against Bandra. Uchebe should block Bandra first before Bandra face our defender. Uchebe will do a very good job. Don't forget Uchebe against Katlana. Remember in the game against Africa away from home. Because against Katlana, he neutralized Katlana throughout. I trust my girl. I trust Christy. So, up front, I will not start Maurice Ola. I will not start on Maurice Ola. If Akida is playing with one leg, with a walking stick, he will just he will start up front. Because let me tell you something. Some people have that aura, that instinct. Ajibade up front, like on the right, and I looked at it. Despite that she has faced so much criticism, I believe that if you play Oshuala and Echejine, Oshuala will get ball. But you have not played them before.
So who you play on the left?
On the left, I think it's very controversial. I'll play Onumono. Yes, I'll play Onumono because of the way Plonter moves. Onumono is very good defensively. Can help in the midfield. She's workaholic. I won't put her up front. And she can also cut. Remember against Canada now? She did the job. So the coach to forget what they did, let in the NIS and face the reality. Thank you.
Interesting from Sweetlife.
Yes.
I won't give my team now. I'll save it for my other video when I'm previewing the game properly. So you guys subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed so that you can enjoy that one when it comes out. But I think it's a very interesting submission. I know somebody on the comment said Ajibade should bench. Like realistically, Rasheedat starts. That's why I said my plea to the coach is just don't play her in that role. Play her on the right. I understand that the coach is looking for her to do a job, but she's not doing the job that we want her to do. So why not give her a chance to actually shine in the place where she shines best? If you don't want to play on the right, play on the left. Anyone. But play her from wide areas. Let her run. Let her cut back. Let her cross. And if she does a bad job there, we'll say, okay, fine, she did a bad job there. But all the chances or half chances that she has created in this tournament so far have been from wide areas. Not one has come from the middle. Yes, so she might run into the box in the middle, like we saw in the one against Algeria, where she tried to win a penalty, at some point in the game and things like that. But she's not giving us that. And a lot of the time when she gets the ball and then there's one or two people right in front of her, in front of the box, she's not really able to do what she wants to do. So just play her from the right. She will still get into the box like she normally does. She will still cross. She will still cut in. And the biggest reason why I think Babajide will start? Let's be like, she's the only one that can take set pieces. She's the only one that can cross. We've seen Ajibade take set pieces. She's not good at it. She doesn't take set pieces at her club. We've seen Odega take set pieces. She's not good at it. She doesn't take it at her club. This is funny that is a Super Eagles problem, is a Super Falcons problem. Super Eagles now only Ademola Lookman. Anybody else does not really know what they are doing. Someone can try.
Yes.
Super Falcons is only Babajide. Ajibade would try, but she won't put it. Okay, Tony Payne. Fair, Tony Payne as well. But, I don't know, man. It's tough. I personally think, like you said, I think that Eche Guinea option is a big option that we should take. I think, she has shown us, and again, when you talk about they are sitting back, is a player like that can unlock them if they are sitting back. And this Zambian goalkeeper, Tony Payne can I be Eche Guinea can help us wire 1 or 2. Let's see what the Zambian
Ochala
coach
will score in
does.
that game if they play him with Sheshe. He should need to know about. See, sorry, somebody mentioned about Okoroko. See, he's not the guy that is using tissue paper
It's
to
joke
play.
now. It's joke.
No, so for me, she should not start.
Hmm.
I just
See,
think that.
Okonkwo, I like. See, I know the thing is that, with all due respect to everybody, like I always say, the interesting thing is that the Nigerian fans that always have the most opinions on the Super Falcons are the fans that don't watch the players.
Mm-hmm.
When it's time for Super Falcons, WAFCON, they'll watch. They'll probably don't watch qualifiers. They'll probably don't watch friendlies. They don't watch them at their clubs. Now, somebody was saying, Onimonu is lazy. This one, that one. If you think Onimonu is lazy, wait for Okoronkwo to not to have a bad game. And then she just looks like the way people criticize Boniface. If Okoronkwo is having a bad game, that's her.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want to run. She's just strolling on the field. She's gingered in this tournament and she's doing, but Nigerians get excited by she came on, she did skills, she dribbled this one, that one. She should start, she's the best, she's this, she's that. I like Esther, she's my friend. But the reality is that if Esther is not having a day where things are going right for her, you'll be very interested in seeing the things off the ball. You might want to swear for her. You might want to swear for her. The reason why Okoronkwo, in my opinion, will not start is that you don't want Okoronkwo to play as a number 9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want her to be able to get on her left foot, probably play from the right and make chances. Even at her club, AFC Toronto, the first 1 or 2 matches that she played, they played her as number 9. She didn't do well. The coach moved her out wide. Started playing her from the right wing or playing her as part of 2 striker option up front. And when she has more time to receive the ball, to run at people, to cut in on her left and to take shots, you see what she can offer. But she cannot bench Ajibade.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So maybe if Ajibade is playing from the middle, she might start from the right. But she cannot bench Ajibade. In the game against Algeria, against Tunisia, we saw how she created the opportunity for this thing. In the game against Botswana as well, same thing. It was her being able to come from the right side, put the ball on her left peg, try to make something happen. I really like Okoronkwo. I've bigged her up. I've praised her so much. But when I talk about her like this, I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We get a lot of the time, we get excited by moments. We get a lot excited by one game. And a lot of people don't really know the players that well and know the qualities and the different intricacies about each of these players. It's the same way Hazel, like I said, she has scored 2 goals, but I don't think her overall play has been there yet.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I also think that Hazel is not the player you play from the left like he did against Algeria. Hazel is a player that you put in the middle, you let her latch onto chances and let her score goals.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
But I wish the coach all the best.
Mm-hmm.
I wish the team all the very best. I'm going to be rooting for them. I think that they have everything that it takes as individuals to beat Zambia.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that the coach needs to get it right. Play your best players in the best position. This is something that at the 2022 WAFCON, funnily enough, people were criticizing Randy Wardrum for.
Mm-hmm.
That, he doesn't know his players. He's doing this, he's doing that. Even the man admitted it in my interview that at that time, he did not really know his players that well. And he was trying things out. But Coach Madugu has been with these players for long enough, not just his time as head coach, but also behind the scenes to really understand them. And I hope that things go right for us.
Yeah.
Charles is asking, why do Nigerian coaches not prioritize video analysis and set piece analysis? It's showing in every part of our football that we lack specialists.
I've seen Boso with iPad. Or people say he's checking Facebook. I'm not sure about that. But the issue basically is that I don't think it's part of. See, most of these guys start their coaching career through the NIS. I don't think the NIS prioritize all these video analysis and things like that. I think it's part of the courses you have to do. So for me, if you analyze it, who do you it's not a big enough technical crew that does that. I just think that I don't know if that guy is still working with them. Is he working with them? That your friend?
Ebobo?
Ebobo?
I don't think he's at this tournament because I know Ebobo was with the Super. You know, see this in Nigeria, where cheapskates. They are using one match analyst between Super Falcons and Super Eagles.
Very good.
He's jumping between teams. So I know Ebobo was with the Super Eagles at the Unity Cup, but I'm not sure because I haven't seen him post anything about the WAFCON. So I'm not sure, and I've not seen him in pictures. So I'm not sure if they took him to the WAFCON.
I don't know.
It might be one of the Nigerian assistants that is doing that for them, or maybe they are using the fitness trainer as because Randy Wardrum said in his time that's what he had to do. He had to borrow one of the fitness guys and say, "Come and be my main assistant," because they did not allow him take his Lauren Gregg to the World Cup.
The World Cup, yeah.
So no, was it to the World Cup or to the Olympics? But
Olympics,
yeah. So he had
to even it's not World Cup too.
Was she at the World Cup? No,
she wasn't there.
Yeah, so he had to beg the fitness trainer that come and be my lead assistant. So, well, I don't know. We are cheapskates, man, but we want our football to be the best. So it's a very interesting one. I haven't seen Ebobo post anything about our AFCON, so maybe he's there, maybe he's not there. I'm not sure. But you know, obviously, other the best teams have at least one. Some even have more than one. But we are trying to share one between all the sides. They might tell Ebobo now to come and do for Chan as well. So.
Well, I think this guy Eric Shell have enough
hands on deck.
Hands on deck.
Okay, so, he has his people, Sha.
He has his people. He has like.
But why? So why did they still call Ebobo to do Unity Cup?
For me, I think the recommendation is that's Malut guy. Is the one that is they get the whole thing from him. Honestly. But Ebobo is just I just think that maybe to help that Malut, to support that Malut. That Malut is the one that will break the video down. It's the one that will break the video down. The fitness. So I think Eric got enough. But you know, Madugu does not have anything. Even himself, his position. See, Charles. I'm sorry, Charles. The issue is just that you know, when you get a job, you cannot dictate what you want to those that give you the job. I think that's one of the problems with this team too. So I don't think they're ready. Look at the backroom staff for Morocco. Everybody knows their job. Look at the one for Ghana. The guy brought all his machinery from Sweden to come and show what happened. But you see, and Shegide is the one assisting Madugu. What is the qualification of Shegide? So it was on Brilla FM. What was your qualification? You were just complaining because there was a loose pass. Discuss tactics. It's not to your 10th unity.
Okay, if you want to share your thoughts with us, the link has been posted. So please click the link. Make sure you have a good camera. Make sure we can hear you. Make sure you are well clothed, and we'll bring you on. If you haven't liked the video, guys, please now. Do I have to beg you? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. And if you want us to take your question, if you have a question or a comment you want us to take, please make sure you send it with the super chat so that we can highlight it on the screen and take your question or comment. Thank you, Remy Ali, Remy Ali always at least one super chat every stream, both on Gun Football and on Eagle Tracker. So thank you, Remy Ali.
Yeah, you didn't talk about Osimhen today at all.
No, forget Osimhen.
Okay.
Osimhen will be okay. But Smirai, finally, before we take any caller, I want to ask you, what do you think we can do? You kind of already hinted at it in terms of you want to Chebe to play. But that double-headed monster that Zambia have, Rachel Kundanaji and Barbara Banda, what do you think we can do to neutralize them and make them no show face?
You need to make the pitch smaller.
High press?
Yes, you need to make the pitch smaller slightly. You have to make sure that there's no big gap between the defense and the midfield. You know, and make sure that you know, like if possible, you mark Banda, if possible. Our movement is great. It's okay, but there is something. If you put somebody on her to disturb her, there's going to be help to come after. And we should not be too excited to press them too much. No, the goals will come. What I want to know basically is that Uchebe should start. She's more experienced than Abiel, than the girl, Deborah. Is it Deborah? Yeah, she's experienced. In fact, I gave it even going down, honestly. So she's more experienced, and I believe that she can be able to do. In fact, if needs be, she can partner Ohale.
If need be.
Yes, if need be, she can partner Ohale than to go and be secret to Isa. She can partner Ohale, and you move them that way. So for me, I just think that we need to stop the supply. So if the midfield is not working for Zambia, this is what they do. They move it to the left. They now play to the channel to Banda. Banda will now run the channel to go and get the ball. They did that one against Morocco several times. In that type of situation, I just think that the gap between our left centre back and left back should not be too much. And if Akiponta overlaps too much, Oshebe should come and
cover that half space.
Cover that half space very well. So we should be able to avoid running through the channel, because if they isolate Ohale, he commit that mistake he wanted to make against Tunisia, that penalty that he was not given. So we should not allow them to. Yes.
See, when you mentioned that we need to squeeze the field, I hear you, but I'm also thinking the way Kundanaji and Banda combine with each other sometimes. First of all, if Banda is running at Dimei or Osinachi Ohale, I have no confidence in either of them.
Yes.
If it's direct run, say Banda just they come, that machine that she's running with. If it's Ohale that is already on the other side, I don't think she can stop Banda. Hopefully she proves me wrong, but I personally don't think she can stop Banda. Tosin Dimei as well, 1v1 against Banda.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He can stop Rachel Kujinagi, but not Banda.
So I think that, like you said, that midfield, we need to have that block in front of them that at least is going to, make things difficult for her to even get to our defenders in the first place. And if she does get to our defenders, there should be a crowd so that she's having to manipulate through many options and many people. You mentioned maybe Uchebe and marking her. I mean, remember the job that she did against Lauren James at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Maybe she can do that, because at least if you play Ayinde and Uchebe, if Ayinde is man marking, Uchebe can cover that gap to protect any additional threats. And then Echegini ahead of them, when she gets the ball, she can run, she can try to create something and then try to take advantage of our attacking players as well. It's going to be very interesting to see what the coach does, honestly. It's going to be very, very interesting. So, guys, please watch out for my full match preview. I'll talk a lot about the teams. We'll get into it. Some of the things that I said here are going to be repeated, but I'll also share some other thoughts on that as well. You want to say something before we take
sorry, Dr. Light, I would have loved to take your comment, but you didn't put the super here there. Let me read some few parts there. He said, where Randy Wardrum was the coach, Mandugu was busy insulting him. And somebody, instead of him to sit back and learn, he's busy feeling big. Very annoying. NFF is our biggest problem. That's the problem with our people. It's not only learn. It's the same thing with Philip George. When he was meant to learn with Pasero, he was busy saying he was too defensive. When they give out the job now, he put our work qualifiers in shambles. So it should have learned. And to be trying to, when you have deputy, you want to be the boss straight away. I just think that he didn't learn. For me, I don't think if the man win this trophy, they will see second.
Okay, let's see how that goes. Friday, July 18th. I believe the game is at 5 p.m. Nigerian time.
Nigerian time.
Yes. Nigeria versus Zambia, Super Falcons versus the Copper Queens. It is going to be a battle. One set of fans will go home jubilating, another set will go home crying and be taking one step closer to shame, while one team takes a step closer to the trophy. That beautiful new WAFCON trophy. You know the way Chelsea won Club World Cup, the new Club World Cup, the first time to lift that trophy. See how beautiful it looked. Make the Super Falcons to be the first to lift this new WAFCON trophy. Let's hope so. Even though all the CAF people were in America, did not watch the match yesterday, but we wish them all the very best, man. So yes, at this junction, we'll take calls and then we'll wrap up the show for this night. In the future, we need to set strict. I need to get producers that will make sure we stick to a specific amount of time, when we're doing these shows, because sometimes we're running very, very long. But shout out to everyone that tunes in, man. Shout out to everyone that stays for the entire thing. Shout out to everyone that engages with us. Much, much, much appreciated, man. If there was no audience, we will not be doing this. So
Yes.
we really appreciate you guys. We really appreciate you guys. Okay. Welcome.
Nah, man.
Good evening, Yayoti. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good evening.
Can you hear me? First
Yes,
of
go
all,
on.
good evening, guys. How are you doing today? First of all, Cap
Very
is
well.
not
Very
doing
well.
enough at all. Cap is not doing well at all. You are playing a match after match yesterday by 8 p.m. and Chelsea are playing against Morocco, PSG. And then PSG best player is Morocco best player playing that night. Why do you want to watch that? Why do you want to watch that match? Wow. How do you want to watch it? That's one. As for Maduku, I don't want to say anything about him. Next time, must be humble and say that if your teacher is bad, the teacher is bad. So, what the Falcons are not playing with their style. There's no coaching I mean that man at all. That man's not a coach. You are playing a match. You are playing. The selection is very bad in the first league. And look at that guy that way the one shirt for that team. Can't cross ball very well. All the big enough plays. That's bad coaching. For me, Falcons will lose against Zambia. That's the fact. Because you can't that Zambian team. I bet to get a Cardinal match. What I bet to start. I'm getting Cardinal match. I bet you. We see. That's what I'm telling you. Thank you very much. Good night.
All right. Thank you very much. He said Super Falcons is sure that Super Falcons will lose that match against Zambia. I hope not. I hope not. But I understand his concern. I'll just quickly say about what he said about the scheduling of the game. You know, it's a very interesting one because my instinct would be to say, why should the WAFCON cater to what is happening at the Club World Cup? You know, they set their schedule, they stick to their schedule, they do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I would also say, unfortunately, when you are a growing product, you have to pick and choose your competition and your battles. Even the fact that the match was on the same day, CAF president, NFF president, another African Federation president preferred to go and watch the Club World Cup than to be in Morocco to watch. Nigeria and Chelsea were playing on this at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Ibrahim Gusso was in America watching Chelsea. He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't in Morocco watching Super Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Patrice Motsepe was in America.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they're not going to attend the matches because it's on the same day, I think Temitope raises a good point. Maybe the matches should have been at 12 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
just to avoid that competition. Because the WAFCON is still a growing product. And let's be realistic. Way more people would tune in to watch Chelsea versus PSG than Nigeria versus Algeria at the WAFCON.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate, but that's where the WAFCON is as a tournament as of today.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fairly good point. If you actually want people to tune in, you want to have the viewership, maybe don't put them at the same time. Because me, I was trying to watch both matches. I had my laptop and my TV. You know, I put Nigeria on the TV, put Chelsea on the laptop. So some people that don't care about Nigeria as much as I care, they'll just put Chelsea on the TV and Nigeria can do whatever Nigeria wants to do. So I think Mbekwe is a good point, but it's also an interesting one. I wonder what the viewership was actually like for that game yesterday. I wonder.
But
Charles,
the Euros also play at the same time now.
but I mean, did the Euros play at the exact same time? I'm not following
At
you.
same time.
Well, I mean,
England plays even with James and the ones are making a point there with James and his sister play at the same time.
oh, okay, Lauren James. Well, again, I understand not catering to other tournaments and other competitions.
Mm-hmm.
I understand this completely because at the end of the day, but I look at it that with the way the WAFCON is a growing product still,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it could have been good to not necessarily put the matches at the same time so that people can actually watch. But if they feel like, well, those that want to watch would watch, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, I cannot fault CAF for it per se, but I see the reasoning behind why maybe they could have scheduled it for a different time. I see the reasoning, especially as there were no games earlier in the day. Maybe you could have just put it then, but they are within their right to put it at the same time. It's just that you know that for sure you are going to get less viewership. You know that for sure. And the game was on a Sunday, so I'm trying to think. If it was on a weekday, I can understand maybe wanting the game to be later, because if it is later, then there's more opportunity for people to come and watch. I don't know. But let me take Charles's comments. He says, "This is why I love Daniel Ogumodede. He's so humble, always learning. He just finished his coaching courses abroad and then joined the Chan Eagles." So that's what Charles is saying. Okay, we have another caller waiting to speak. So let me bring in one real quick. Welcome, Obasi. Thank you for joining us. We cannot hear you, sir. No, we cannot. Maybe leave and come back. Check that you're not connected to any Bluetooth device or anything like that. Try to leave and come back, and then I'll bring you back on. Hello, Chris.
Yeah, hi. How
Yeah,
are you?
hi. We cannot see you.
Yeah, because it's a bit dark.
Yeah, it means that you should turn on the lights, sir.
You know where the part of the where I am is a bit dark. I won't
Okay.
manage that. You can
Do
hear
you
me.
have any? Do you have any flashlight? Something we need to be able to see if we're going to take your comments.
It will be difficult.
Okay.
Can I just make my
I'm
point?
sorry. It's a visual show. People need to be able to see you. You can't go on TV and tell them there's no light. Hope you understand.
Okay.
I know it seems harsh, but we have to have some standard for our program. We have to be able to see. Yes, Obasi, welcome, sir. Are you?
Obasi, you can see Obasi.
We can see Obasi. We cannot hear
Chris, we cannot see Chris. We can hear him. And two of you combine together now.
I don't know. Something has to be wrong with your audio settings or something. Or maybe if you have earphones, try using the earphones. Maybe that could help. Because we cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. Okay. Obviously, I'll try to take you again another time, but please try to fix the audio. Maybe connect earphones, try to do something. Somebody said I'll always watch Falcons over here at Chelsea. Hey, Chelsea get haters, Chelsea get haters.
If you're not a Chelsea fan, you will do.
I mean, real cases. Gusso went to the US to check Kano Pillars and 3SC.
No, the issue is about Gusso. I don't criticize him for that. They invited him for the Club World Cup, and Super Eagles is playing like Super One is playing like a dead rubber game against Algeria. So you can pardon him for that now.
Was Gusso at the first two matches? Super Falcons?
Gusso was at the second game.
Was that the second game?
Yeah.
Okay. At least on show face now. It will come. Yeah, it will come for the final.
For which final? Okay. Well, we see. We vote for the dark one with audio. Huh? What is this vote? We are not doing democracy.
Unfortunately, it's not even a voting thing. It's something that I always say when we're doing this. Like, make sure we can hear you. Make sure we can see you. Yeah. We just, I understand that some people might look at it. It's not just YouTube, but it's not that serious. To you, it's not that serious. To me, it is that serious.
That's serious.
I hold my thing with a level of regard, and I need to be able to see and hear you. It's a standard that I have for my own program.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. I'm sorry, I understand that it might not feel nice to the person.
Yeah.
It might not feel nice to the person. I'll try to see if Obasi can come back and if we can hear him. If not, then we'll wrap up for this evening.
Yeah.
So Obasi, we'll give you 1 minute to see if you can fix your audio issues, and then if not, we'll just wrap it up. Humble Henry did not send requests to speak today. Humble Henry, there's nothing.
Because you talk about the scene.
We don't talk about the scene, that's right. Okay. Humble Henry, don't worry. By next week, maybe if there's an update, we'll talk about the scene.
And update where I just posted, what's the guy? This guy is already posted. What's posting it now? I don't tell you. Say post since.
Which update is that?
No, about what Napoli girls did.
Those Napoli people, man.
They are not
That
good
De
guys.
Laurentiis man.
They are not
This
nice people.
De
You know,
Laurentiis is a troublesome man.
yeah, he wanted this. Nah.
Mm. Okay, Obasi is back. Hello, sir.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you very well. We can hear you.
This is my first time on your show. I must say that you're doing a fantastic job, IoT.
Thank you
And
very
Smith
much.
Lai, your
Thank you.
analysis is
I have
always
shaker
top
for you.
notch.
First time caller. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Analysis is always top notch. I always look forward to seeing this. Now, very quickly, going to the game. My own take might be a little bit controversial. I know people are bashing the coach left, right, and center, but I still am one of those that belong to the camp of still giving him a chance. Because, in all honesty, he has already qualified. At best, he could avoid one or two teams with the last game. So I don't think it was a bad idea to try out the others and use the group stages to formulate a game plan. My main concern with the team when you watched the Botswana match and the Algeria match is that they struggle up front. They take possession of the game. They take the game to the opponent very well from the defense to the midfield. But I don't know what happens when we get to the wings and to the 18-yard box. We don't seem to be able to finish. That is one thing that worries me about the game. And the Botswanans and the Algerians seem to have compared notes with each other because they played alike. At some point, the Algerians were not even coming beyond the middle of the field. They were just sitting back and making things happen. Now, against the Zambians, I'm a bit worried that if the Zambians improve on their defense, we might struggle against them. But if they come out fire for fire to play, it will be a high-scoring affair with Nigeria taking the day. Because just like Smith Lai said, the Zambian coach is, I don't want to say anything, but Zambian coach is not the kind of, the Zambian keeper is not the kind of keeper that would compare to Chiamaka any day, anytime. So if we can get our shots right, if we can get all our shots and our attack right, I don't have any fear for beating Zambia at all.
All right. Thank you very much, Obasi. Thank you for joining us and for sharing your thoughts. I agree with you. If we get it right, we should be beating Zambia. But anything that starts with an if, that means that there's a possibility that thing does not happen. So we have to wait and see. But thank you very much. I appreciate you joining. We solved the issue finally and we're able to hear you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cheers. Bye-bye.
All right. Okay, we'll take one more caller this night. But let me just quickly take our super chat comments. Charles is asking, Smith, how would you rate Zubairu's coaching? Since we're talking about coaches not being good.
Okay, Zubairu is better than is not a bad coach. But my issue with Zubairu is just compromised selection. If it could be honest with the selection very well, I think that it's going to be it's going to take Nigeria very far. See, you can see a good coach. If your team concedes, he reacts. He reacts to different situations at different times. But the problem with him is that if his team concedes in the first half and he's going to the second half, Zubairu will react. But if his team concedes in the second half, that's where the problem lies. To rally the team and to change everything might be a bit slightly tricky for him. So he's better than some coaches in Nigeria. He's got something. It's okay. Is he the best? No. But he's got something. So the issue with him is just compromised selection. And I said it here. I'm going to say it here again. EFCC needs to check it.
Is the EFCC?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a public servant.
Abi. Real K is saying, I hope that he, talking about Ibrahim Gusso, at least used the chance to talk to Tosin. Do you think that could have been a possibility that he went to talk to Tosin?
I don't think Ibrahim Gusso is a fan of foreign-born players. The first time that he made it public, that he might be going for a foreign born player, that was when we lost to Benin Republic, the World Cup qualifier. When we played Sadiq Benny, that was when his eye cleared that it's like we are going to look for players and even for Nigeria around the world. It's not a big fan of foreign born. What will you even tell him? You know, what will you even tell him? Does he want to say this is the project? Have you ever seen Ibrahim Gusso talk before? All those edited talk, you know? All the things you see on interview, they are edited. Go and watch his life. Go and watch the life unveiling of Eritrea. You will know exactly how he talks. So
compared to our last NFF president that used to talk all the time.
His mouth is very sweet. He can jam talk and he can balance himself back. But this guy talks as if he doesn't know anything. With due respect, go and check the unveiling of Eritrea. He was saying it there that we're not the one paying, and he was saying it in front. They were not telling that, please. He was the one saying it. Hey, we're not paying you. We're not doing this. He was saying like a woman. So the issue. So I don't think I ever approached Tosin. What would you want to say? There's nothing. So about communication,
I think the man is just happy to be there.
I think Eric Chess spoke to Tosin. I can confirm that. Eric Chess spoke to Tosin
because without the respect to him, even just the way he carries himself. As much as I'm not a big fan of Amaju Pinnick carried himself like he was the star.
Yeah,
he was the superstar. He was the Oka. When Amaju Pinnick walks into a room, you know that Amaju Pinnick has a presence in the room.
Yeah.
Ibrahim Gusso doesn't carry himself like that. You know, he feels like if me and him even enter a room, it's him that will be saying, what is that? Like it just does not have any aura. It doesn't have anything about him. If I'm even toasting and I'll be saying, so how did you enter this? How did you get inside this place? And they will have to explain to him that he's a Nigeria FA president, you know, something like that. So it's a bit of a shame. Okay, Uche with the late super chats. Uche is saying we're not really talking about Osimhen today, Uche, so we won't get.
Well, we don't put super chat there now, so you have to.
But it says De Laurentiis is a businessman. Osimhen is also playing a role with delay. Fabian Ruiz, Kvaratskhelia, and Koulibaly all left.
So let me just say, since we have what about Osimhen's matter, both of them are businessmen. So I will not say because I don't know the reason why De Laurentiis, what do I call his name?
Aurelio De Laurentiis.
Aurelio De Laurentiis. We change the goalpost in the middle of the game. We move the goalpost in the middle of the game. I don't know the reason. So, and this part payment, this bank guarantee, they say that there's always an issue with bank guarantee. So that and my issue with Aurelio is that he said that there's going to be a sell-on. Or the 26-year-old player going to be 27 very soon. This going to be his biggest transfer. He wants 20% on the sell-on. And he said that they should not sell to any Italian club because he knew that some people might be using Galatasaray as a proxy, like to get Osimhen. See, let me tell you something. They are suspecting Juventus. Yes, they are suspecting Juventus. That's why he said that they should not sell to any Italian club. That's part of the clause, which Gala does not want. Why did Gala get that one? Say we will not sell to any Italian club.
How can you tell me not to sell my player?
because they know that it's 100 million for Italian club. So, for example, now don't be surprised that they will buy Osimhen for 70 now,
and then they will sell him.
He will move in January to Juventus or move now. So they said they put it there. They also put the sell-on clause. So for me, I think there's so many things attached to this deal. See,
but I think the sell-on clause part is, I don't know, because usually sell-on clauses are when you're moving young players.
Yes.
Usually it's when you're moving a young player, not an established player that is going into his prime.
No. They know what is happening.
It just because you know the way we are like, why is Osimhen going to Galatasaray? I feel like Napoli just feels like he cannot stay long there. He will move somewhere else. They will say, you know, and they just want to eat. They want to maximize their total Osimhen money. Because, you know, even this 75 is compromised for them. Because initially, the release clause initially was it 100 and something. You know, so they had to compromise and bring it down. So they're like, no. If this guy is selling in the future, we must eat. At least if they put a sell-on clause, maybe they can get another 10 or 15 from future sales. You know,
they know that that money is too much for Gala. How much is their budget? How much is Turkish League worth? They know that this is a proxy. Those people that they went in Milan discussing this deal, they know that there's something happening here. So there's a lot of things to see. What I'm bothered about Victor Osimhen, I want Victor Osimhen to play pre-season. I don't want him to play like last year, bringing him to go and play against the Republic again. We have a big game against Africa.
Me, I'm not even honestly. Me, I'm not even concerned about Osimhen again because I don't know if Osimhen is concerned about himself. I cannot be drinking Panadol for somebody else's headache. Anything happens to Osimhen, we love him, we support him. Anything that happens. Let him just do his thing. Let him just do his thing. Okay, Humble Henry has been waiting to speak. So let me, because we're almost out of time.
But super chats from Shas.
I'll take it after Humble Henry. So Humble Henry will be the last caller. Then we'll take comments and then we'll wrap up. Welcome, sir.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Yeah. Let me start from the Super Falcons. If you have a bad teacher, the students will be bad. Even if they are intelligent, they will start understanding your bad teaching. If this man wins Zambia, he's the best coach. Because how can your first game better than your second game? Your second game better than your third game? You don't watch it. Your first game better than your second game better than your third game. Therefore, your third game is going to be better than your quarterfinal. He's not teaching anything. He's not learning anything. And the girls, let them also know that they have played for a long time. They have played together for a long time. If this he's teaching them is not working, let them do their own thing. There are some things you have to disobey. Hey, no, this is not working, girls. Let's do our own thing, the way we do it. Because I'm looking at that the spirit of around the world is going. If that spirit disappear, that is the end. And if I see that man, I will tell him you are not a coach. I will tell him first, even the way he talks. I hate judging people on appearance. I hate it. And if I see good, I'll say, why are you like this? Yeah, I'm pointing somebody. Look at Nigeria. Just look at us. Look at us. Let's be honest. Just look at how Nigeria looks like. Football, we are not even good. Everybody is now begging, hey, Osimhen, let's go, Osimhen. Where is Lookman? Come on, man. I under 20. Yes, he's a good coach, but there's no exceptional players. How can you be a good coach? No exceptional players. But you are winning. Carrying over 8 players playing football. Give us exceptional players. Even if you are not winning, let's say, okay, this person will be good. None of them are exceptional. There are some things that
we have the next Osimhen in that squad now, no?
Guys, no, which one? Nobody there. Nobody. No next Lookman, no next Boniface. None of them. You will see it. In fact, in 2 years' time, they will end. That's the end. And this WAFCON is the worst I have ever watched. Let me be honest with you. The preparation is very, very poor. The preparation was, in fact, very, very poor. I was even watching, I said, is it a tournament or a friendly match? Because nobody is interested in watching those girls. And even our TV stations are making it so difficult. Let it be accessible to every TV stations. And if anybody is coming to say, they're not interested, you don't blame them. MTA is not showing it. Any of the channel, they are not showing it. Even I was even angry, if not because of Smith Line telling, okay, Humble, look at it. In fact, if you tell, I will tell you I'm not interested because I search everywhere to watch it. No way. The YouTube, no way. So let's be honest. Let's be honest to ourselves. The NFF, they have to do better. We have players. We have exceptional female Falcons players playing very, very well. But the federation is making them to look like zombie by bringing nonsensical zombies to be their teachers. To be honest with Rashida might even call you because say, I am better than you. Let me coach these girls. Let me be honest with you. Because this thing you are teaching us is not it. Look at how we do it. Because the man is not doing anything. He's not doing anything. He's not doing. No tactics. I'm not seeing anything. Rashad Ajibade will run the whole field trying to prove something. The coach will be like this. He was not even talking. The way he's talking, you will be like that. This person, I've not been in camera for a long time. Whoever is supporting this man, you will not make heaven. I'm telling you I'm telling you the truth. Let's be honest to ourselves. Let's call a spade a spade. Your first game is better than your second game. Your second game is better than your third game. Are you going up? Are you going down? Look at Botswana. On a very good day, it's 10-0. Tunisia, on a very good day, 10-0. Algeria, when did they start playing football? Let's be honest to ourselves. Because they have good teachers. They have good coaches. Let's call it. We have good players. Randy IoT, you can remember Randy Warder say it. You have players, but the problem are the coaches.
We are humble in 1 minute. Wrap up, please.
Yeah, okay. The man, yeah, look at the man that say, I have plans working on, and we saw those plans working as soon as he left. In fact, let's see what will happen against Zambia. Let's see what will happen. I rest my case. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Humble Larry came to this with violence. As always. Humble Larry came with violence. But yes, I understand his concerns. I understand his hesitation about the team and the coaching. My prayer is that they prove everybody wrong, because I have no joy in coming to say I told you so. I want the Super Falcons to win. I want us to win. But yes, comment from Charles before we wrap up today. He says, LOL, you cannot give what you don't have. It's annoying. How did Gusso become president despite of Doherty? Amaju was so arrogant. Please, Gusso needs to develop question education. I will just tell you this: Doherty had no chance.
Doherty cannot do admin of first half group.
Doherty had absolutely no chance. There was no chance of Doherty becoming a president.
It doesn't. So
it's like if today I should go and buy a Nigeria presidential form just to be able to put in my bio that former presidential candidate. That's what Doherty did. There was no chance.
A WhatsApp group.
Showori has a better chance of becoming Nigeria's next president. There was no chance for Doherty.
There was no chance. In fact, if we become president, we are doomed.
Oh God. But yes, that's what we'll leave it for tonight. Charles, he said, so Homewary is saying that Parable, Ebenezer, and Shola are not exceptional. Ebenezer is not exceptional. Shola is not exceptional. Parable, the jury is still out for him. But so far he has not shown us exceptional. Maybe he has done very well at previous times, but exceptional is a strong word, man. Osimhen was exceptional at his youth level. Ehanacho was exceptional at youth level. That standard has not been met by these guys yet. That standard has not been met. Okay. I want to say a massive, massive, massive thank you to everyone that has tuned in, man. Everyone that has supported us as well, that has engaged with us in the comments, from Charles to Remy Ali to Real K, to Uche, to Adiola in the chat, XXX in the chat, MySpace Plays, J Ambrose, John Jones, and every other person. Please, I want to say thank you for engaging with us. Please make sure you subscribe to us if you're not already subscribed. And make sure you keep watching the WAFCON content. The viewership on the WAFCON videos has been very good, so I want to appreciate you guys. Keep watching. My match preview for the game versus Zambia will probably be out on the channel by Wednesday. So look forward to that one. And then the game is on Friday. And hopefully the Super Falcons are able to get a victory. Smilai, final word from you.
Yeah, I also wish the guys the very best of luck. I hope that can actually do something special for the country, because we've never crashed out before. I think we did one too it used to be semi-finals before, so we've never crashed out in the quarterfinals before. So I hope that the girls can actually do and neutralize the Zambians and qualify. So we want to still talk about them, because if they don't win this one now, they are going up. We want to talk about them, and this might be the last chance for some players, to win it. So I just hope that they can actually win. And I want to wish Victor Osimhen to the very best of luck. I also want to wish Nigerian players the best of luck. Let them move on to, this thing. I also want to wish Kelechi the best of luck too. Sure. I don't think it's resumed yet for Sevilla. So he's having stomach problem. I don't know how the stomach problem he's having, but I wish you the very, very best of luck too.
Yeah. All right. That's where I'll leave it, man. Thank you very much, guys. Until next time, this has been the Niger FC podcast with me, Ayoti, and my co-host.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you guys next week.